Detective Mark Azef is recording device, doing the recording device for this interview. It is now Friday, October 26th, and it's 7:11 in the morning. Okay?
Okay.
Could you please tell us your full name?
Raghunandan Yandamuri.
And can you speak up a little louder for us?
Raghunandan
And your last name?
Yandamuri.
You are More? Okay. And what have we been calling you? We've been calling you...
You can call me Raghu.
We call you Raghu. Okay, Raghu. Raghu, we've been together for a little while now, and you provide us with a statement. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you also agreed to have your videotape statement, meaning it's audio and videotape recorded. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you signed this form, and this is a consented videotape statement, and that's your name?
Yes.
And that's myself and Detective Rathfon?
Yes.
And you signed it?
Yes.
And what's today's date?
26th.
And the time?
7:02 a.m.
Okay. And what this is that you were allowing us to videotape this. Is that correct?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. The second form that we went over earlier, this is your rights form, your constitutional rights. I read and explained to you what your rights were. That's
Yes.
your name?
Yes.
Okay. And under the, do you understand your constitutional rights that were read and explained to you, that's your initial?
Yes.
And what did you write?
Yes.
Okay. And with these constitutional rights in mind, are you still willing to talk with us and give us a voluntary statement? And what was your answer?
Yes.
And that's your initial?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your signature?
Yes. Yes.
You dated that?
Yes.
And the time? Okay, and that was my signature, correct? Okay. During this, you provided us with a statement that consists of 23 pages.
Okay.
Okay? And after every time we were done, I would hand you a copy of the statement, and I let you review it. You made any additions or corrections to the statement, is that correct?
Yes.
And you initial next to every answer,
Yes.
and you signed the bottom of every page.
Yes.
And for example, on this page here, you made 2 additions,
Yes.
and after you made the addition, you initialed that.
Yes.
And we did that for every time we finished the statement, I gave it to you, and that's how we conducted, is that correct?
Yes.
And did I give you enough time to read over the statement?
Yes.
Okay. And how have we treated you throughout this whole time?
Good.
We treated you good?
Yes.
Have we treated you with courtesy and respect?
Yes.
Have we provided you with food and water when needed?
Yes.
Did we allow you to use the bathroom when you had to?
Yes.
Okay. You have no complaints so far with us?
No.
Okay. All right, Raghu. In the statement, you admit that on Monday, October 22nd of 2012, you went to apartment C603 of the Marquee Apartments. Is that correct?
Yes.
And who lives in that apartment?
Sanvi and Sanvi's grandmother.
When you went in, it was Sanve and her grandmother.
Yes.
But who lives there? Would that be Shiva?
Lata and Shiva.
Lata and Shiva. And how do you know them?
I know them like friends in the Marquis apartments.
They're friends from the Marquis Apartments. Okay. What was your intention for going to that apartment on Monday afternoon?
Just to kidnap the baby.
To kidnap the baby? Okay. And what did you bring to the apartment to try and facilitate that? Did you have any weapons with you?
I have a knife, that's it.
You had a knife, and where did that knife come from?
Like from the home.
From your home? And what kind of knife was it?
It's a kitchen knife.
A kitchen knife? And you had indicated that it was approximately maybe 4.5 inches long?
Yes.
And it was a silver knife with a black handle?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got to the apartment, you had what were you wearing?
Black hoodie.
Just if you could turn that way a little bit.
Black hoodie.
You had a black hoodie?
Yep.
And did that hoodie have a hood up?
Yes.
And was it a zip up?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got to the apartment, what did you do?
My intention was not to kill anyone or not to harm anyone. I only tried to kidnap the baby and then tried to have everything in a smooth way. What happened exactly is when I hit the door, the old lady opened the door. Do you think I have to show it with an action?
We'll do that next. So when you knocked on the door, the grandmother opened the door?
Grandmother opened the door.
Okay, let me stop you there though. Other than the knife, what else did you bring to the apartment? Did you have anything else with you?
I have a letter, that's it.
You had a letter? And how many letters did you have with you?
Around some 10.
Around 10?
Yep.
And you had told me that you printed those letters at work earlier on Monday morning.
Yes.
And when did you begin to think and devise this plan? When did you decide that's what we were going
Just
to do?
couple of hours ago.
Couple hours before Monday.
Yes.
Okay, so you went to the apartment, you had your note, ransom note, and you had your knife, and you knocked on the door, and Grandmom opened the door,
Yes.
and then what happened?
I showed her like the knife, and she went back to the kitchen. When I showed it, and then like I told her clearly that I don't want to harm you, or I don't want to harm the baby. I will treat her nicely, and then I try to take the baby.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, the grandmother came over me.
She came over towards you?
She came over towards me.
Okay.
So I accidentally slipped. The baby slipped from my hand and fell down, and I also fell down on the baby.
You fell down on the baby?
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop there, and why don't we demonstrate the beginning part? And here, this is a plastic knife. Okay, it won't hurt. Okay.
Okay.
So Detective Rathon is going to act like the grandmother. Okay, so stand up for us, and we'll come over here. Okay, and if Annie can go over there. Okay, you come over here. Okay, we'll pretend this is the front. This is the front door.
Okay.
Okay, so Grandmom opens the door.
So let's say grandma opened the door.
And what
I
did
showed
you-
it like this.
What did you do?
I showed it like this. I did not talk anything. Grandma went backwards.
She went back into the
She went
kitchen.
back into the kitchen.
Okay, did you
So
say
there was-
anything?
I don't want to harm you, or I don't want to harm the baby. I will look her nicely. Please stay back. Okay, I don't want to harm anyone. I told that.
Okay.
And here is a couch. And in couch there is Sanvi.
Sanve was sitting on the couch.
Yes.
What was Sanve wearing that day?
White dress.
She was wearing a white dress. Okay, so Sanve was on the couch, and what did you do? You said you...
I told this lady like this, and I got to Sanvi.
Mhm.
Picked Sanvi. Say this is Sanvi. I picked Sanvi.
You had Sanve in your left arm?
Yeah, in my left arm, a knife showing towards the mom,
Right.
my grandmother,
Correct.
on the right hand. Immediately, grandma came towards me, and I was in a tension that time.
Mm-hmm.
I slipped the bottle. I'm about to fall. It happened this way,
Okay, so you dropped Sanve,
and I fell down.
and you fell, and as you were doing that, you can actually demonstrate, you can touch him. There you
like
go.
this, and I
And fell.
fell on Sanvi.
Okay, then what did you do?
Immediately, the grandmother collapsed.
Oh, she collapsed. Okay, let's sit that back down over here. Your grandmother collapsed back into the kitchen?
The grandmother collapsed back into the kitchen.
Okay, and what did you do?
So initially, as I don't have the intention to hurt anyone,
Right.
I got so scared. I got so scared, and I don't know what to do. I don't like as I fell on the baby started crying.
Okay, was the baby bleeding
Yeah, she had a small injury on the mouth,
on her lip?
on the lip.
Okay, so the
And she
baby's
started
bleeding and
bleeding.
crying?
Baby is crying, and the old lady felt injured. So my situation went worse. Like I was unable to even think of what is happening. Like I can say I'm out of control, and I'm in a situation where I can't think of.
Okay, but you weren't on any drugs or alcohol when you did this?
No,
You
I
don't use drugs, you don't drink alcohol?
No.
Okay, so prior to doing this, you were thinking clearly?
Yes.
Okay, so, I'm sorry, get back into the apartment.
So after this, I went to Sanvi
Mm-hmm.
and kept her on the couch first. As she's crying, I tried to stop her crying, like putting a kerchief on her mouth.
You put a handkerchief on her mouth, and where did that handkerchief come from?
It's from my pocket.
Your pocket? So you stuck the handkerchief into Sanve's mouth?
Yes.
Okay, and then where did you go?
And then I went to see about her grandmother.
Okay,
She was bleeding by that time, and it's too late. Like I stopped thinking about the grandmother
mm-hmm.
and got few jewelry present at the home.
Okay, so hold on. When you went back in the kitchen, was the grandmother laying face down or face up?
She was lying sideways.
She was laying sideways. Detective Rathbon's going to demonstrate on the table for us. If you can show us and just tell us if he can lay across the table for us.
Mhm.
She was laying on her side like this?
Yes.
Okay, and how was it? She was laying like that?
Yes.
Okay, and was she bleeding?
Yes.
Where was she bleeding from?
She was bleeding from the neck.
The neck? And was it a lot of blood?
Yes.
Were her eyes open?
Yeah, I believe they are open.
Okay. What else did you do to the grandmother while she was in the kitchen on the ground?
As the incident happened accidentally. I'm not sure how big the injury is.
So what did you do?
So I woke up.
You went up behind her with the knife?
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time I had the knife with me still. I saw once if how is the injury. Like I'm completely out. I know something. I did more than what I'm expecting. I checked how is it, and it was too depth and
It was too deep?
too deep, and she was completely unconscious and everything. Like from what I see, it was
Okay.
it was a bad thing.
So you just used the knife to lift up her head?
I lifted this like this
Like
and
that?
checked it.
And you saw that there was a very deep cut?
Deep cut.
Okay, and then,
So immediately I dropped the knife next there and went to Sanvi.
okay. All right, so you went to Sanve, and then you had indicated that you went into the bedroom of the residence, of the apartment? And what did you do when you were in the bedroom?
I want to bring Sanvi out of the apartment, so first my plan is to bring a box, suitcase. So when I opened the suitcase, I found some jewelry there.
Okay,
So I took the jewelry and Sanvi and the knife.
okay, hold on. You said you took jewelry. So when you, what kind of suitcase was it?
It's a blue color suitcase.
Like a blue roll-on suitcase that had wheels?
Yes.
Okay, when you opened up that suitcase, there was jewelry in it. Is that correct?
In the next suitcase, there are a few suitcases sitting there.
You went through another suitcase, and you took the jewelry out of there, and you stuck it into the blue suitcase. Okay.
So
Now, go ahead.
after that, I took the knife, the jewelry, and the Sanvi. And
Was Sanve crying at this time?
actually, Sanvi was still crying.
She was still crying. So what did you do to try and make her stop crying?
So, for her not to cry, I kept a kerchief in her mouth.
And did you have to tie it so it wouldn't keep falling out?
No, but when I tied the kerchief, the kerchief maybe I did not tie it properly. The kerchief came out.
Came out?
So I kept two kerchiefs and tied her around her neck to this place, a towel kind of thing.
So you got a towel from the bathroom?
Yes,
and you
from the
got
bathroom.
So you got a towel, and you used that towel to keep the handkerchief in place so she couldn't cry?
I tried tying this way, but she's too small. I thought it will be so painful.
Okay.
Something, and so I kept the kerchiefs on the mouth.
Okay.
And I surrounded the head with the towel through the neck, and I tied it hard. But I don't know if that was too tight for her. By the time, after that, I took the suitcase.
And where did you put Sanve?
In the suitcase.
You put her in the suitcase, so you opened up the suitcase and you stuffed her in there?
It's not stuffed, it's a big suitcase.
But you placed her in the suitcase, and then did you zipper it up?
Yeah, half of it.
Half of it? Okay. So the only thing you took from the apartment was the jewelry which you found in one of the other suitcases?
Yes.
After you put Sanve in the suitcase, what did you do?
After I put Sanvi in the suitcase, I took the suitcase and came downstairs
Well,
to the
did you
fire
take the
exit.
knife out of it? Did you take the knife with you?
Yeah, I took the knife.
Okay. Did you have any blood on you from what happened?
No.
There was no blood on you?
No.
Okay, so you took the knife, Sanve's in the suitcase, and you took her and you walked down where?
Took the fire exit and came
You went down the fire escape, you walked down the fire escape to what floor?
to the ground floor.
The ground floor, and where'd you go from there?
When I opened the door, it is facing the B building.
So you went to the outside door that's opening to the B building?
Yeah.
Okay, and where'd you go?
From there, if you come to the left, you see the A building.
The A
and
building?
There is a gym in the A building downstairs.
And is that gym on the first floor?
No, it's on the ground
The
floor.
ground floor, so the window is only maybe this high off the ground?
Yes.
Okay, and what happened?
The window is all open, so I put the suitcase into the gym, and I also went into the gym through that window.
You climbed through the window?
It's not really climb, it's only like 3 feet away
Just
from the
reach?
ground,
Okay.
so I could easily reach it.
So once you're in the gym, Sanve's in the suitcase in the gym, and you're in the gym?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you do then?
Then after I came to gym, there are no people in the gym most of the time.
Okay.
I opened the suitcase and I took the Sanvi out of the suitcase. By the time I saw her, she's unconscious.
She was unconscious?
I splashed some water on her face, but she did not move.
Did she still have the handkerchief in her mouth and the towel around her head?
When I opened the suitcase, I removed the towel
You
around
took the
her
towel
face.
out?
and I saw if she's conscious, but she's unconscious at that moment.
Okay.
I splashed water on her face, but she did not respond to that.
She didn't respond to the
Yeah.
water?
But as all this happened to me unexpected, I was so tense, so I kept Sanvi in the steam room in the gym.
Okay, hold on. You left Sanve in the steam room?
Mhm.
And where did you put her exactly?
In the gym there is a steam room.
And there's a steam room in the gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kept her in that room.
In that room, you said you put her on a step, you laid her on a step?
I laid her on a wooden step.
Was the handkerchief still in her mouth when you left?
No, I took it off.
You took it off. When you took the towel and the handkerchief, what did you do with those items?
I got them into the
You
suitcase.
put them into the suitcase, and did you take the suitcase with you?
Yeah, I took the suitcase along with me.
Okay, when you got to the Lafayette Valley Forge Apartments on Monday afternoon, what did you do?
I dropped all the evidences into the trash can.
You dropped what into the trash can?
The suitcase which has all the evidences into the trash can.
And inside the suitcase was the hoodie,
Hoodie,
The
towel, knife,
the
kerchief.
towel, the handkerchief, all of that evidence was in the blue suitcase which you threw in the dumpster?
Yes.
Okay, after you threw that stuff into the dumpster, where did you go?
I went to my office.
You went to your office and did you work?
I was there for around an hour.
Okay, all right. What did you do with the jewelry that you took from the house?
I kept it in the office only. Most of the jewelry, except 2 or 3 earrings, I had everything in the office only, which I
So
had.
the jewelry is in your office, and where did you put it in your office?
In the 4th floor, there's a cafeteria which has a Coke vending machine, and I kept behind the vending machine.
You took the jewelry and you put it behind the vending machine in your office. In your office at 630 Allendale Road?
Yes,
Okay, and you work for whom?
GSI Commerce.
You work for GSI Commerce, okay. And the other bit of jewelry that you had, where did you put that?
I had little bit, so I was scared that may be evidence from my part. So I went and dumped it behind the river, which is there behind
On 422,
on 422.
you stopped your car and you threw it into the river?
Yeah, I stopped my car, opened the window, and threw it into the river.
Okay. Where did the note that you made, did you print it, you typed that on your computer?
I typed it on my office computer
And where'd you print it?
in my workplace.
You printed 10 copies in your workplace?
Yes,
Okay, and you brought them with you to the house?
yes.
Okay. What were your intentions? What were you planning on doing?
I don't have any plans to harm the baby or the grandmother. I just thought of kidnapping and asking them for some money.
You wanted to kidnap Sanvi and ask them for money. And why did you think that Latha and Shiva had money?
They both are working, so I thought they will be having some money.
Because they're both working and you thought they would have money. Okay. Why didn't you ever call them like the note said you were going to do?
Actually, I don't have any plans to harm anyone
Okay.
before I go there, but accidentally after everything happened, I was scared.
You're scared?
I am panic. I don't know what I'm doing even. So I completely I don't want to harm anyone, but I harm 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how to take this forward. So I never
Called them. Okay. Did you ever go and visit Sanvi's body after Monday afternoon?
After around 3:30 like that in the afternoon.
3:30 Monday
In
afternoon?
the afternoon, sometime like that.
You were home from work?
I'm home from work, and then I took a bottle of milk, like this kind of water bottle,
Okay.
and I filled it with the milk.
You put it with milk from your house?
Yeah, from my house.
And where'd you go?
I went to the gym again, where Sanvi is, and thought of feeding her if she's awake.
Okay, was she awake?
She's unconscious, and she's not alive by the time I saw her.
She was not alive by the time you got back?
No.
Okay, what did you do with that bottle of milk? The water bottle of
She's
milk?
not awake. I threw the bottle in the trash.
You threw that bottle in the trash. And what trash can?
In Marquis B block, there is a apartment, and there's a trash can outside. I dropped it there.
You dropped it there. Okay. Are you sorry for what happened?
I'm really sorry for what happened. Before doing this kind of things, can I explain?
Yes, explain, please.
It's a 1 minute anger which I haven't controlled myself, because I have a good career, good job, good wife, good parents and everything, but it's only 1 minute of anger which ruined my complete life now.
Okay.
I really feel sorry for what happened. I know the pain the parents and everyone are going through.
Okay.
But yeah, I know this is not a small mistake and no one will forgive me. But I just want, I don't even have words how to express my
Okay.
problem.
Okay. All right, Raghu, it's now 7:31 a.m. Detective Azef's going to come in, he's going to turn off the video recording, and this is going to be done, okay?
Sure.
Okay.